It's time for Inside the Patch with your Las Vegas Raiders. Here's Gnarley Charley.
All right, welcome back to Inside the Patch. It's your host, Gnarley Charley, along with the professional basketball wizard I call Mitch Adams, who is the inventor of the perfect rotation basketball training device. And he told me last week, he said, hey, I know Phil Villapiano. I go, prove it. And boom, here he is, the legend, number 41, Villapiano. And Phil, I got to say, I wore your jersey, and it was an illegal jersey because it didn't have the Raiders emblem on it, but it had your name on it. So I probably owe you some money because when I was third grade to sixth grade, I wore 41 with your name on it every day. So it's so good to have you on the show.
Charlie, I am glad you did that, and just because I'm glad you did that, you don't owe me anything.
Oh.
Just give it to your son and let him wear it.
Oh, I felt some pressure on that for a long time. And then, okay, are you related to the Villapiano from the movie, that thing you do with Tom Hanks? Because I saw the pizza place, and I go, it's got to be. It's got to be. Is there a relation there?
Well, a little story, and Mitchell probably knows this. You know, Tom Hanks grew up in Oakland, and he's a huge Raider fan. And it just, we were the right age where he picked me as his favorite Raider. We, you know, who knew Tom Hanks? Who knew he was a Raider fan? And then he becomes famous and all that. And when they did the movie, The Thing You Do, so for all Raider fans out there, you should go rent that tonight or Netflix it, because it's really a cute movie.
Love it.
It's good. You know, it's about a band, and they start small, and then they end up at the pizza parlor out by the airport. And, you know, my daughter, who does a website, I think Mitchell's part of that, she found Tom Hanks and said, Tom, you know, we're all Raider fans here, and blah, blah, blah. Tell us about the thing you do. I know you grew up in Oakland, and you named it Villapiano, and then Tom collects old typewriters, like old. Like,
oh, that's right.
You know, when the keys used to cross and all that stuff in there, you couldn't type, you know, and the old ding, ding, ding. Anyway, Tom typed a letter to my daughter and said, Andrea, I love your father. He was my guy. I want to watch him play every week. I have Villapiano jersey, right? And he said all the things. And he said, yes, the bar in the movie is named after your father. And also, he called me Villa Wango Piano, the big long name. It was like this long, and he, however he said, "Hey Janie," I get Janie in here. She'll know how. Whatever. Anyway, Phil, play a piano.
Phil, play a piano.
Anyway, I thought it was so cool. My goal, because I work for Caesars now, and I got this big old suite. And Gnarley Charley, I want you to find Tom Hanks and invite him to come to a Raider game and sit in the Caesars 50-yard line suite with me, and we will have a ball. And,
that's a done deal.
That would be so cool.
I'd probably get Wilson the volleyball before I get him, but I'll try to get Tom too. Remember from the movie Castaway?
Well, Tom Hanks I love his movies. He's still knocking them out. And everyone's better than the other one. So, you know, I'd love to meet him.
We'll be back with more Inside the Patch on 1430 ESPN, your official home of the Las Vegas Raiders.